this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a 2nd-round pick back in April's draft.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Hall. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Here's Hall. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 4th down, Hall. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Throwing here is Hall. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Short throw caught by Bowers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Hall now throwing on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Raiders defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
3rd and 10.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing Nix. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things.
And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now it's Hall. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Let's go now. 19-18.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hall. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets up. Touchdown, Raiders! Luke McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos nothing.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Here's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's third down.
Third down and 2.
Nix to the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Raiders now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Ball to throw it. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Las Vegas.
Now a handoff up the middle. Daniels. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Raiders at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
And his fine first half of the season continues. That is his 50th catch already. Well on his way to the century mark and perhaps even significantly beyond that. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
A gain of 12. And the Raiders.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
1st and goal, Raiders.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Denver getting set to take the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
He's taken down at the
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
formation for the Broncos.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Raiders' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the gun on third down. Hall. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
At the 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the Broncos' 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the middle they go. It's Daniels. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
Operating from the gun. Ball. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
First down, Raiders.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Ball. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders would extend their lead here just before halftime. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Hold on, son.
A final shot before break. Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime
Our trip around the
report. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Hall. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 30. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Daniels. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Hall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6.
Looking to throw. Hall. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a home here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Hall. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0.
Broncos nothing. The
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
To throw, here's Nix. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now it's Nix. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Franklin. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Working out of the gun is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
17 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, 28 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Here's Hall. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Up the middle they go. It's Daniels. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
3rd down and 2.
Back to throw, Hall. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second and 5.
Almost set. Ready.
Nix from the shotgun. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 68 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now. Okay, get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's match the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll keep it on the ground. Daniels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing here is Hall. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That's to Bowers once again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Now it's Hall. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Hall. And that's complete to McCaffrey. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Now Hall. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Hall. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Hall to throw it. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jack Bech from 3 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Here's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28.
Nix to the air. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And a short gain here down to the 22. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 29.
Back to throw. Hall. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. With a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Nix finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And the Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Nix to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw. Here's Nix. And the Raiders have got it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And a solid run down inside the 30. 85 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Daniels. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Raiders, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles